We have become synonyms for chaos and lunacy, says the director, producer, writer of this film, Serbian Spasojevic. He also states that this film denounces the fascism of political correctness. And I tend to agree with that very much. The film in question is a film from 2010 from Serbian Spasojevic, and the film is entitled A Serbian Film. Now, many of you watching may have seen this film, but there are some that probably have not seen this film. So there may be some spoilers along the way. This film's an extreme film. After watching this and seeing the ending, which is really, really disturbing, I think I need a hug. So I went and hugged my dog for a little bit. Because, wow. Serjan Todorovic is an amazing actor, and you can really get into his head. And if you get into his head, it's a very dark, dark place during the course of this film. To me, this film has 4 parts, and then a very, very disturbing ending. The first part is more of a family-type film, where you see a man and his wife and kids, and they have such a wonderful relationship that you wish everybody in this world had a relationship like that. Pitar, cute little young boy, and his wife, Margia, who loves him very much. And of course, Milos, the man of the house. They're a wonderful couple, and you really love them as a couple, and you love their whole family, and you love them right from the start. And that's good writing right there. Second part of this film is like a mystery type film. Trying to figure out who these people are and what their intentions are. And not trusting, and maybe trusting, but how can you trust someone you don't know? And so there's a kind of a mystery part to it. It's kind of fun. The third act is highly, highly disturbing. Blood, guts, gore, and a lot of other bad stuff that I really don't want to say here because in case kids are watching. And trust me, kids are all over YouTube. Wow. The third act, if that does not affect you, or have an affect on you in some way, you're not really human. And then the fourth part is almost like a Memento Christopher Nolan type film where you don't know what's happened to you and you're tracing back the steps and trying to find out where you are and what's happened and where are the people that you love in your life and what happened to them because they're all missing. And then you come to the ending, and probably one of the most disturbing endings I think I've ever seen in my life. So I'm going to go over the scenario, and we've got a couple comments at the end, and then we're just going to end this one, okay? Okay, so Milos, like I say, he has a wonderful family. Marija, Pitar, beautiful family, and he's an aging porn star. So this is basically all this guy knows, is acting in porn films. He's been known to be an artist in the film industry. Able to hold an erection longer than any other man in the history of porn film. So that's basically his big skill. And of course, as an artist, think of John Holmes, he's basically a household name in the porn world. Well, basically, Milos is that in Serbia. So, obviously, because he's aging, is not getting enough gigs, well, he's pretty much run dry of money. And so he's trying to make ends meet and trying to find a way to support his family. And what happens when you get into that mode, you're willing to do what? Anything. And boy, is that so true in this film. You will do anything. You'll do anything for your art, but you'll also do anything to provide money and support your family, as any man would be. And you feel for him because as a man of my household, I want to support for my family as well. So you really feel that as a man. So, a chance of a lifetime just pops up because, again, the well's running dry with money. And so a former co-star tells him about this gig that she's getting into, and she wants him to be part of it because this guy, Vukamir, wants him to be part of it because he's a big fan of his work. So they arrange a meeting, and he gets picked up by this big, huge, bald guy with a tattoo on his neck, and he looks real scary and real rough around the edges. So at that point, I would feel something is totally up and something's not right here. But again, he drives him to meet with Vukamir, this big, lavish place. Big, huge, lavish building. And Vukamir is all about the art of pornography, and he wants to truly produce something extremely artful. But you feel that the underlying theme is something a lot more disturbing than what Milos appears will be, just an artful pornography film. So, as they're talking and negotiating, Vukamir gives him a sheet and says, I want you to read this, but I also want you to see how much I'm going to pay you. It'll set you for life. For the rest of your life, it will set you for life. And so he looks at the price, and we never know how much he's getting. But it's a substantial amount, and he signs it right away. He goes back home to his wife, and he discusses it with his wife, and his wife's like, well, if you really need to, and then he tells her how much, and she's like, whoa. She's like, you didn't say no, did you? And he's like, of course I did, but he was joking with her. Obviously, he signed the contract. He's going to do it. And so, he has another meeting with Vukamir. Now he's trying to find out exactly what his role is in the film and what he's going to do. And he wants kind of like a little script, but Vukamir is not going to give him a script. He's like, this is totally on the cuff. We're going to do things in one take. He's like, but don't worry. You are an artist. You just listen to what I got to tell you, and you'll be fine. It'll be beautiful. It'll be a wonderful film. So again, he goes for another meeting, but when he gets out of the car this time for the third meeting, the camera's already rolling. He's been given an earpiece, and now Vukamir is talking to him and telling him what he needs to do. He's just walking casually to the building. So now the movie has started. After everything's out of the way, the movie has started. And he's going to find, as he goes through this film, there are some ulterior motives he was not prepared for, and things get a lot more disturbing about this film as it goes along. I don't want to give you too much of the film because I truly feel it will ruin the experience for you. Because I mean, this is my first watch, and I knew a couple of things that went on, but I did not know exactly what I was in for. And holy mackerel, Andy, wow, this guy had ulterior motives that were incredibly scary and incredibly disturbing because he's just a disturbing man. And he used to be a psychologist working with kids at a kid's home. And he's worked at orphanages. He's had high-profile jobs. After he did a little research to find out, because Milos's brother is a very corrupt cop. You could tell that this guy's corrupt as hell. You know, he tries to hit on his wife and everything, and he's just a real creep. And you find out how much more of a creep he is as the film evolves. And then the ending comes, and man, you're going to need a hug after you watch the ending of this film. Like, somebody's going to need to hug you because, oh my God, and then the film ends, and you're like, oh, Jesus Christ. Because there is somebody very suspicious that you see in the film that is in the beginning of the film, during the first meeting, but you don't see until the end. And then you kind of figure out that maybe Vukamir wasn't the writer, producer, and director of this film. Maybe somebody else was in charge. And his family's life was at stake if he did not direct this film. Oh yeah. And I'll just say that much, I won't say anything else. This is as disturbing gets, because you really, like I say, feel for Milos and his family. You love them. They make you love this family. The writing in this is amazing, and then you see what happens through the course of the film, and you get hit with so many emotions while watching this film. This is a film that will hit you with so many emotions. You feel dirty as hell after watching this, but to me, after watching Salo, after watching now a Serbian film, after watching some of the guinea pig films, after watching Vomit Gore trilogy, and all the stuff we watch that are highly disturbing, what is the most disturbing thing on TV? The news, where a whole family can sit down, have dinner, and watch, because it's real. Was this based on real stuff? I truly believe it was, because there are some sick people in this world, probably around as sick as some of the characters in this film, and even Serbian Spazajevic for making this film. And that's all I gotta say about that. I'm not gonna rate this film. You've watched this. You will distinguish whether you want to watch it or not. It's my dog's birthday, so I'm gonna hug her all day. I'm gonna take her to and get her some food and get her some treats. And that'll make me feel a little better about the day. Anyways, thanks for watching. Watch all my other reviewers, because they're amazing. They're so passionate about films, so give them a watch, guys. Every single day, a new video comes your way here at Body Bags. That's how we do it. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, watch it if you want. If you've already seen it, you know. Anyways, watch those late night horror movies. Put on your latest fright rags. Don't forget to tune in to another episode of Body Bags. Oh yeah. Check you later. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Body Bags and of course Crispy Movies. Later, guys.